Oh Lord, Paulina, what's going on? Oh God, what have I done? Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, coming to you with your no frills X Factor commentary from a singer. Oh my God, the drama, the drama! Let me tell you, this 4-chair challenge, if they come back next season, is working. It is high drama, and it is not that crazy stuff, you know, the background stuff that they've been doing in boot camp. It's on stage drama, and I'm loving it. Are you loving it? Tell me if you're loving it. Oh my God. Okay, so tonight we had the boys and the groups going up. We started out with Paulina, and I'm going to just explain it real quick. The acts performed by category and by act. Their mentor must decide to give them a seat or send them straight home. But their mentor may have to switch them out if someone does better. So all 4 of the seats are filled. Somebody might have to get switched out, you know, get booted. I called it booted, you know, kicked to the curb, right? And only 4 out of 10 acts will move on to the live shows in each category. Oh, this is drama, drama, drama. So tonight we started with the boys, and Calderon kicked it off. He's 19, he did Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. And this started out a little low and rough for me, but he got into a nice place in his voice by the time he hit the chorus. The metallic sounds during the chorus weren't very pleasing to my ear, but he did a pretty good job with it. Kelly said she liked to see him here. Demi said he had a great energy and there were times when it was a little pitchy. Simon said he's not the best singer in the competition, but he has great charisma and fantastic energy. And Paulina gave him a sit. A sit. I love it. Isaiah Alston was next. He was 15. He did The Greatest Love of All by George Benson, Whitney Houston, and he was very off pitch and seemed out of breath on this. I think his nerves got to him in the beginning. He hit the key change pretty good though, and he did some nice changes, but his voice just came off very young and unpolished on this to me. Kelly said he looked adorable, but we didn't get to enjoy the sweeter parts of his voice tonight. Demi said she's not sure he's ready for this competition. Simon said the last 2 words worked, but the rest of the time it was out of tune, and Paulina sent him home. Keep working on a guy and come back. You know, you have a great voice. Next, Isaac Tauaefa, 23, did Bubbly by Colbie, Caillat, and he started out very solid with a nice tone and a lot of energy. I was just about to say this was the best audition so far, and then his voice cracked, and I was like, oh God, what's going on with these guys? But he ended out pretty well. It was alright. Kelly said it was a bit karaoke. Simon said he didn't deliver anything substantial. He was talking about, oh wow, I expected a 3-course meal and he delivered a lollipop. So Simon. And Paulina sent him home. Carlos Guevara was next. He's 16. He did Ain't No Sunshine Bill with us. And now this is where the competition starts. Really, he brought the voice, the attitude, the intensity, and the purpose. Really driven, focused. I had chills watching and hearing him. Even when he didn't make the best choices, he was fully committed and invested in the performance. I really can respect that. Kelly said she loves the way he allows himself to be lost in the music. Simon said he likes the tone of his voice, but there are times he loses complete control over it, meaning his voice. Paulina gave him a seat after telling him he has something unique and after he gave a little speech, okay? Please thumb up the commentary if you are enjoying it. Let me know, let other people know. You guys know the spiel if you've been here before. If you haven't, follow suit. Thumb it up. This is Robert Anton. Help me out here. I thank you so much. Love your thumbs. Next up we had Stone Martin. He's 14. He did Torn by Natalie Imbruglia. I'm sorry, I'm so giggly. He has a sound beyond his age for sure and did a good job on this song. His low notes didn't quite flow, but he worked well with them and really got emotional in his performance. I thought it was a very nice performance. Especially for him to be 14, so young, he did a wonderful job. Kelly said she likes his tone and mentioned his runs. He had a few nice little runs. She said, I saw you slipping those in there. Demi said it was better than his audition. Simon said he's robotic when he performs, but there's a market for him and he just needs a little bit of swag. Paulina gave him a sit. Chase Goehring was next. He was 17, did Airplanes by B.O.B featuring Hayley Williams, and he was rushing just a little in the beginning of this and seemed to have a hard time getting his breath, but when he broke into his rap, it was kind of impressive. It really was, and unexpected, you know, I'm sorry. He also did some nice little changes to the melody that fit his voice, and I thought that showed some originality. Demi said it felt like a natural for him. Simon said they like him, but he wished he'd never heard this audition. And Paulina gave him a sit. Tim Olstad was next. He was 24. He did The Climb by Miley Cyrus. He was a lot more on top of his nerves in this performance than his first audition, and he brought the emotion and the big notes. He had big notes to spare. That may just get him to boot someone else out of their seat, right? That's what I wrote. Kelly said she can hear his voice on the radio already. Demi said she can't see him being let go. Simon said he's an artist who's going to appeal to audiences much older than himself. Paulina said she didn't know if his voice is special enough. Then she gave him a seat and booted off Stone Martin. Oh Lord, Paulina, what's going on? And that was quite a surprise to me, naturally, and to the audience, and to Simon. Simon was like, oh God, what have I done? Next, Carlito Olivero was 24. He did Dreaming of You by Selena. And this seemed like a good song choice for him, but it seemed to me like his nerves were getting to him. The vibrato wouldn't stop shaking in the beginning, but he got out his big note and went into some Spanish and some falsetto notes. It was a little messy for me, but it seemed very heartfelt, and he just seems like such a great guy. Kelly said she loves that he's so humble, but wished he'd have gotten more control of his vocal. Simon said his first song was better, but he struggled with this vocally, but he has great potential. Paulina gave him a C, and after the commercials, kicked off Chase Goehring. Timmy Thames was up next. He's 13. He did The New Girl in Town from Hairspray. He started out sitting and was doing okay, and I was feeling the song, but I didn't think he'd given anything as great as the guys who were already sitting. You know, I was listening to him, and I was just like, okay, so I don't think he's going anywhere, because, you know, the guys who are sitting had done better than him, except for one, in my opinion, but we'll get to that later on. So he was comfortable doing his thing on stage, but every time he went into his falsetto, it just didn't sound good to me. It just wasn't there. It wasn't, like, as Simon would say, substantial. He wasn't really, and he's young, so I can, you know, but Kelly called him stinking cute. Demi told him he has charisma, but she wasn't blown away. Simon said he'd be the one he remembered if he was watching everyone for the first time today. So Paulina said he's her little Michael Jackson, while Simon was trying to lead her to keep him. She gave him a seat and sent home Tim Olstad. Oh God, and Simon's mind was blown. He was like, oh no. But here we go with Robert Anton's rant of the day, okay? I need a sign. Rant of the day. Simon is trying to lead people to do what he wants them to do. And this little boy, I'm sorry, he's cute, he's got a nice high voice and all this, but he did not give as good a performance as anybody else who was sitting in these seats. So why would Simon want this boy to stay and somebody else up there to go home? Okay, so then she boosts off Tim Olstad, who had a great performance, and Simon's not happy with that either. Alright. So we go to commercial, we come back, and the audience was booing still after the commercial break, and Paulina asked for Tim Olstad to come back, got him up on stage, and said she wanted him in her final four, and she got rid of Calderon, which is the one that I thought she should have gotten rid of in the first place, just because his performance just wasn't strong, it just wasn't there. And you know, for me, I'm going off of what the people are doing today. You got the first audition, you did the thing, but today this is it. You know, your last performance, this is it. And he just didn't do it for me. So, whatever. We move on, and Timmy Thames gets a seat. Tim Olstad is now back. Then we get Josh Levi, 14. He did I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie Raitt. And he has such a crazy high voice, and probably should have done MJ, I wrote. But this was okay. He had some shaky moments, and his wrists weren't quite on point at first, but he started dancing, moving, and he had the audience with him. He had the girls screaming. He had everybody on their feet with him. He was bringing some intensity like crazy. This boy was going for the gold. He came to win himself a seat. So did he win it? Demi and Kelly were screaming for him. Kelly said they were looking at a superstar. Demi told Paulina she couldn't let him go. Simon said he wouldn't have chosen this song, but said we're looking at a future star here. And Paulina said everything he did was perfect and gave him a seat. Then she had to decide who to boot off and decided to say bye-bye to Timmy Thames. But why didn't he get a seat in the first place? Why? Even why didn't he get a seat in the first place? Okay, so Team Paulina is complete with Josh Levi, Carlito Olivero, Tim Olstad, and Carlos Guevara. Is that your dream team for the boys? For me, it works. It works. Maybe not perfect, but it works. Okay, so next we move on to the groups, and Simon is in the hot seat, and we only got half hour to go, and I know what's gonna happen already. I just know it because they did it last week. Okay, but anyway, Girls United started. They did Chris Brown, yeah, 3 times. They had some decent moves and sounded good together, but for me, the harmonies were just kind of stale. I don't know if you guys, they just kind of canned harmonies. They did a little rap in there too, which was okay. Whatever. Kelly said she applauds them for their hard work. Demi said it was a little on the young side, but liked their growth. Simon said he'd heard a lot better vocally, but there's something commercial about them, and he gave them a C. Then we got Wild Things. They did Party Rock by LMFAO, and they did a crazy rock rap thing of this song, and they are just, I wrote, they are just mental. In a good way. Kinda. It was nothing if not entertaining. Okay, it was very entertaining. They really lived up to their name, but really, and had the audience laughing and cheering for them. Kelly said they were all the way turned up, definitely. Paulina said she really liked it. Simon gave them a C. 2 groups, 2 C's so far. Glamour was next. They did Cup She Gonna Miss Me by Anna Kendrick, and I liked their audition, and this didn't quite live up to it. It seemed a little old-fashioned, but they had really good vocals, and the energy was good, the choreography was kind of cute, and I liked the Dream Girls ending pose. That was my favorite part of it, the ending pose. Kelly said she wished it was a little tighter today. Demi wondered if they were ready for the show right now. Simon gave them a C. He said he gave them a C on their first audition though, not on this performance. 3 groups, 3 C's. Restless Road was up next. They did Somebody Like You by Keith Urban, and this was a put-together group from 3 of the guys who were soloists. Each of these guys is a really good vocalist in their own right, and together they sounded really great, played off each other and had the audience screaming, and Kelly went wild for the low voice guy. I don't remember his name. Tell me down in the comments if you remember his name. This was the best performance of the night for me by far. Really enjoyed this. It was because it was very natural, easy going. They just had chemistry. They had a lot of chemistry, and they sounded great together. They got a standing O from the coaches and the audience. Kelly said they were incredible. Paulina said their vocals blend so well and called them amazing. Demi said they gave her chills all over her body, and Simon, of course, gave them a C. 4 groups, 4 seats, because why not, you know? Up the drama for tomorrow night. Simon has 6 more groups to perform tomorrow night, and the drama will definitely be coming because there's only one that I see that might be staying all the way to the top 4. Can you guess who it is? I think you can. This is Robert Airtime, robertairtime.com. I hope you've enjoyed the commentary, and please remember to thumb it up, share it, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, all of your social networking sites. If you loved it, let other people know that we are here discussing, bring them on into the fold so they can enjoy too, and check out some of my other videos also that I am doing here. I just did a new video that I hope you guys are going to like. It's a little bit of a comedy spoof, and please go check it out. Alright, I'm out. Peace.